Time now for Greg Cote's Back in My Day.
And now, it is time to take a trip down memory lane. Here's your guide, Greg Cote, with Back in My Day.
Airline etiquette. Develop some, please. Because I travel enough by air to have noticed over the years recurring instances of boorish or annoying behavior aboard the hurtling tube. I'll begin with minor infractions and build up. I'm an aisle man, partly so I won't inconvenience others, and yet I'm always on the row where the person in the window seat happens to have a bladder the size of a walnut and keeps waking me to get past and use the loo. Before takeoff, a woman is standing over me grunting, using elbow grease and a giant shoehorn to try to jam her clearly oversized bag into the overhead bin. Check that bag, lady. Fat man, I don't mind you sitting next to me, even though I secretly pray you won't as you Jabba the Hutt up the plane's aisle. But if you do, try hard not to further expand and glom both armrests as if by birthright.
Oh, no.
Dear kind lady seated next to me, I don't mind making a minute or so of cordial small talk as we wait to take off, but I do not wish to become your confidant or your pen pal. Please do not start peppering me with so many questions that after 10 minutes I'm holding an in-flight magazine upside down pretending to read. Also, do not be one of those people who upon landing immediately stands bolt upright as the bell dings and races forward a few rows before others get up. Relax yourself, Gomer. Your time is no more valuable than mine. Okay, those are the misdemeanors. Now onto the three felonies that most illustrate how we lack the basic consideration others that we used to have back in my day.
Get him, Greg.
Number 3, young parents, do not allow your precious child to continue to kick the back of my seat. Crying babies don't bother me. They can't help it. It's the badly raised, kicking 4-year-old who's about to be tossed discreetly out the window onto the wing of the plane.
What?
Number 2, do not, under any circumstances, take off your shoes during the flight. Your feet stink. You're nose blind to it, but trust me and all of you around us, your bare feet smell like fetid Limburger cheese wrapped inside the rotting corpse of an armadillo. Remember, you are not at home alone. You are in a confined space with strangers. And number 1, you are not seated in a lazy boy in your den back at the house. Your seat is not a recliner or a bed. It's a chair. Sit upright like a real man. Do not recline your seat because it physically eats into my space sitting behind you. Yeah, I might prefer to recline my seat too if I want to take a nap, but I don't. Do you know why? There is a word for people who put others above themselves. It's called courtesy. Oh, but then why do they make the seats recline? Well, they shouldn't. But just because the seats do recline doesn't mean you have to.
Wow.
I mean, I could paint my house black with pink polka dots if I wanted to, but I don't because I'm thinking of my neighbors. The good news is I have developed a solution for reclining
Very
man.
passionate. Okay, go ahead. Gather yourself. It's okay. You ready?
I have developed a solution for reclining man on those
passionate.
occasions when the plane is full and I can't change seats. What I do is I bribe those bad parents and switch seats with their kicking 4-year-old, which I call justice at 30,000 feet. I'm Greg Cote, and that's how it was back in my day.
Yeah, Greg Cote.
Yes, you're
I
right.
feel like he's going to cough a little bit here. We may or may not have Greg Cote in the next segment. But 538 did something on reclining people in airplanes. 41% of flyers think you're rude if you recline your seat. 41%.
Should be 91%.
It shouldn't be. I'll recline my seat. I'll recline it.
I do it before takeoff.
No, well, that...
No, I do.
No, that you shouldn't do because
don't
that's
care.
against the rules. But if you're going to allow me to recline my seat, I'm going to recline my seat.
That's discourteous.
That's a tight space, man. How about in first class? Are you okay with it in first class?
It's a tight space that you make tighter for me by reclining.
How about in first class?
In first class, yeah, because you have more knee room. You have much more space.
I mean, that's obvious, though.
Yeah.
But if I recline, you recline. It's that simple. I want to be comfortable, man.
I don't want to recline into the space of the person behind me.
At Batard Show, put it up, Guillermo. You recline in your seat on an airplane. Yes or no?
Oye, people.